So welcome back, students. How are you? Fine. Hope. So now, as you know, your exams are being conducted from 13th, and our maths paper is on 13th itself. So hope you are studying well. Here, from today onwards, we'll revise all the 4 lessons. Today we are going to revise the first lesson. The first lesson is nothing but chapter 1, rational numbers. The important is definition. The definition of rational number is a number which can be represented in p by q form, where p and q are the integers and q is non-zero. Because 0 is also an integer, and if in denominator 0 is there, it becomes meaningless. We cannot divide anything by 0. That's why to write this is very important. Or even this is in words. Otherwise you can write p belongs to I, that is integer. Q also belongs to I, but q is non-zero. Means it cannot be 0. It can be either negative or positive, but it cannot be 0. Now this is the definition of rational numbers, as we have already discussed in the class. Properties of rational numbers. Now in short we are going to see, we are considering that you know all the properties of integers, whole numbers, etc. Here we are just discussing the property of rational number. The first property is closure property. Now what is meant by closure property? It means that when two rational numbers are added, the product, the result, the addition or the sum, we can say, we get a rational number only. So we say that it is closed under addition. Second is subtraction in the closure property. When we subtract one rational number from the other rational number, the subtraction or the result, the difference, what we can call as the difference, is also a rational number. So subtraction is also closed under this property. Multiplication. When we multiply two rational numbers, we get a rational number only. So this is also closed. And remaining is division. When we divide one rational number by another rational number, we know that we get division also closed. So in the first closure property, all the activities, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, are closed under this property. Next is commutative property. Now what is commutative property? The series of addition. When we add or we take two numbers, for example, a plus b equal to a minus b. A plus b equal to b plus a. Means when we change the sequence of addition, the results comes out to be the same. This is given in the commutative property. I will write this here under the commutative property. A plus b equal to b plus a. And for associative, it is a plus in bracket b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Now when this is minus, this will not be, that will see later on. Okay, so when we change the sequence of addition, Now here I will not write a particular, I will give here a 0 here, a big round, and round means operation. Any operation, it may be addition, it may be subtraction, it may be division, multiplication, anything. Here also, instead of writing this plus, I will write here operations. Operations. So we have to see that whether it comes true or not. Now here in addition, when we add a plus b. Now for example, 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. When we add 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4, what is the result? We get 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Why? Because we have to make the denominator same. So 2 into 2 is 4. So 2 is 2, 2 is 4. That will give you 3, 2 plus 1 is 3 upon 4. It means that when this is added, we get this. If we change the sequence, 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 4 as it is, plus here we have to make 2 as 4, convert, so multiply by 2, so 2 is 2, 2 is 4, 2 is 4. So again the 1 plus 2 is again 3 by 4. It means that what it shows, when we change the sequence in addition, the result comes out to be the same. So we can say it is addition is closed under commutative property, or addition is commutative. Addition of rational number is commutative. Second is subtraction. When we subtract, what the result we get? We get here 1 by 4x. And when we change the sequence, now 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So we get here minus 1 by 4. See here, they are the opposite numbers. So they are not the same. So we can say subtraction is not commutative in the rational numbers. Third is multiplication. Now if I multiply this, what I get? I don't need to make the denominator same because in multiplication, numerator and denominator are multiplied. 1 into 1, 2 into 4. So what we get? 1 upon 8. And here also multiplication. So 1 into 1 upon 4 into 2 is again 1 upon 8. So here when we multiply by changing the sequence, the result is the same. So we say the multiplication is commutative in the rational number, or we can say the rational numbers are commutative under multiplication. And division, same, the same example will take. Now we'll do the division here. So divide. Now when we divide this, what we get? 1 upon 2 multiplied by 4 upon 1. What we get the result? The result is 4 by 2, that is equal to 2 by 1, or 2 you can write simply. And here it is 1 by 4 multiplied by 2 by 1. So what we get here? 2 by 4 equal to 1 upon 2. Now see here it is again the reciprocal of one another. Hence, the division is also not commutative. Got it clear? Third part, or the third property, what we say, that is the associative property. In associative property, let the three numbers be 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. Now we know what is the LCM of 2, 3 and 4. Obviously, it is nothing but 12. So we can write here 12. Now 2 6 are 12. So 6 here plus sorry. We have to go by another way. So here 1 upon 2 will keep as it is plus then 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. Okay, so what we get here equal to 1 upon 2 plus 4 3s are 12, 4 plus 3 cross multiply 4 plus 3 is 7 and then equal to 13 upon 12. How it came? Because 2 6 are 12. So here also we will multiply by 6. 6 plus 7 is nothing but 13. So 13 upon 12 is the result. If we do in another way, that is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. What we get? 3 2s are 6. 3 plus 2, 5. So we get 5 upon 6 plus 1 upon 4. Now the LCM of 6 and 4 is again 12. Okay. 6 2s are 12 means 5 2s are 10. 4 3s are 12 means 3. So 10 plus 3 is 20. So the results are the same. Though we have added first, the last two we have added and then the first one is added to that, we get 13 by 12. We are adding first two and then adding the third one. Again the results are the same. So we can say that the addition is associative in rational numbers. Then we go for next example. If it is subtraction here, then this is subtraction and this is also subtraction. So what we get here? One by 4 is subtracted from 1 by 3. So 1 by 2 as it is minus. Again the LCM and cross multiplication. So 4 minus 3 is 1 and 1 upon 12. And then we get the result as again 12 is the LCM. So 6 minus 1, that is 5 upon 12. The result is 5 upon 12. Now if we change the sequence, say equal to 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 4. What we get here? Here 3 2s are 6. 3 1s are 3, 2 1s are 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1 upon 6 minus 1 upon 4. Again here the LCM is 12. So we'll put 12 here. 4 and 6. So 4 minus 6 it will be. So what we get? 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Are they same? No, they are not same. So we'll say subtraction is not associative in rational number. Next is multiplication. In multiplication again 1 upon 2 multiplied by 1 upon 3 multiplied by 1 upon 4. If I go taking 1 upon 2 in bracket 1 upon 3 into 1 by 4. I get 1 by 2 into 1 upon 12. And finally 12 to the 24, so 1 upon 24. If I change the sequence, if I multiply 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 first and then multiply by 1 by 4, what I get? 3 to the 6, 1 upon 6 multiply by 1 upon 4. 6 4 are 24, so 1 upon 24. This shows that multiplication is associative in rational numbers. And finally, we have to see about division. So, I will change here. This will be completely changed. So, here division, here also division. Equals 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 3 divided by 1 by 4. I get, if I take the reciprocal, it will become multiplication. So 1 by 2 divided by 4 by 3 I get. The result of this is 4 by 3. So what I get? Again, the reciprocal of this will come, so 3 will go up, so 3 1 the 3 and 4 2 the 8. So we get 3 by 8. Now changing the sequence of division. If I go in this way, 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 3, first I will make this division and then I will divide the result by 1 by 4. What I get? Now here, if I divide this will be reciprocal, so 3 by 2 I will get 3 upon 2 divided by 1 upon 4. Now here, the 4 will get 1 by 4 will get reciprocal in multiplication. So 3 by 2 into 4, 3 by 2 into 4, 2 on the 2 to the 4, the result is 3 into 2, 6. So see here the results are changing. Hence we can say this is not, that is division is not associative in rational numbers. So these are the 3 properties what we are doing. So we cannot change the sequence in subtraction and division, but we can change the sequence in addition and multiplication only. While addition and multiplication we can change the sequence, but while subtraction and division we cannot change the sequence. So remember this is very important. Now next comes distributive property. Now what is the distributive property? Say A multiplied by B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. AB plus AC. Now it doesn't come under this. This is a bit separate. Distributive property can be applied when more than one operations are there. Say division and subtraction, division and multiplication and addition, so division and addition. These type of operations we can handle this. Okay, we can use this distributive property to make or to find the result very easily. For example, if I take say 3 rational numbers, say 1 by 2, 1 by 5 and 1 by 8. These are the 3 rational numbers. Okay. Now distributive property. Now if I put in this way, Okay. So what I can have in the distributive property, if 1 by 2 is multiplied to the sum of 1 by 5 plus 1 by 8. Now we can get the results directly also by adding this and then multiplying this. Also we can get the same result by doing in a different way. For example, if I do this way, it will be 1 by 2 multiplied by addition of this becomes 8 5 are 40. So cross multiplication 8 plus 5 13. So 13 upon 40. Then the result is 13 upon 80. Got it? Now this is direct. If I distribute in this way, what will be the results? So 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 5 plus 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 8. What I get? See here. In multiplication, the numerator and denominator are directly multiplied. So 1 upon 5 twos are 10 plus 1 upon 2 multiplied by 1 upon 8 means 2 into 8 16. 1 upon 16. So if I add this, what I get? The LCM for this is 80. 10 8s are 80, so 8 plus 16 5s are 80, so 5. What we get? 8 and 5, 13 upon 80. 13 upon 80. So here very clearly we get the same result. Now this is valid for any type of operations. Got it clear? And that's why it is not taken under this category, because in all operations it is valid. So we can have or simplify our calculations by using the distributive property, as you have already studied the distributive property. So based on this all, now we are going to solve some examples. Let's see some examples. Verify each of the following. In your exercise also you will get these type of problems. So we are first doing that, verifying. The example is verify. What we have to verify is minus 13 upon 24 multiplied by, in bracket, minus 12 upon 5 multiplied by 35 upon 36 is equal to in bracket minus 13 upon 24 multiplied by minus 12 upon 5 bracket close multiplied by 35 upon 36. Now instead of writing LHS and RHS, we can go directly also, just keeping the equal to sign as it is. Now here first we have to solve the bracket. You know the Codmer's rule. B means bracket. So first we have to solve the bracket. Now in this bracket you can see here 12 and 36 can be directly cancelled. So here we get minus 1 and here 3. Same as here 1 and 7. So what I get here, minus 13 upon 24 multiplied by minus 7 upon 3. I have to put this in bracket because two sides cannot come together. Equal to, here, can you cancel anything? Yes. 12 1 are 12, so minus 1 with sign. Here 2. Can you cancel this? No. So minus 13 into minus 1 is 13 upon 10 multiplied 35 upon 36. Now here also we can see, can you cancel anything? No? Right. We cannot cancel anything here. So directly we have to multiply. 13 sevens are, now minus minus becomes plus. 13 sevens are 91 upon 24 into 3. 24 3s is 72. So we got the answer 91 upon 72 equal to. Here can we cancel anything? Yes. 5 2s are 10. 5 7s are 35. Here can we cancel? No. So 13 7s are again 91 upon 36 2s are 70. See, both the sides are same. So we can say verified. Now these we can take in the different manner also. First taking the left hand side, getting the result, then taking RHS right hand side, getting the result, and at last you have to write LHS equal to RHS. Obviously verified because they both will be equal. After solving, you can show them. So there are two ways. Anyway, what you feel easy, you can do in that way. Now the verification may also come in the form of distributive property, what we have seen, that is A multiplied by B plus C. So A multiplied by B, that is AB plus AC. In that fashion also the verification may come. So you can verify what I have shown this way, or taking by RHS and LHS separately you can verify it. Now some other examples, for example rational numbers. Now to find the rational numbers between two consecutive rational numbers or two different rational numbers. Here the example is, find the rational number between the following. Or example I will write, find the rational number between minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Now these two are rational numbers. Obviously one is at left hand side of 0 and one is at right hand side of 0, because this is minus, so these are always left hand to 0. So 0 is one of the rational number. 0 is also a rational number. 0 upon 1 we can write, it is a rational number. So one number is 0. We can write, give directly here, giving the reason that minus, any minus negative rational number is towards the left of 0 and positive rational numbers are towards the right of 0, so 0 comes in between this. This is the reason from the number line we can explain it. But other than that, now if it is more than that, say find, instead of the, I will change a bit, find 5 rational numbers between this. Now it is different scenario because 0 is only 1, so we cannot predict the others. So how we can approach for this? Now as we know, minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. In these two numbers we have to find 5 different rational numbers. Now for that, here the numerator is 1 1 both places. Yes, the signs are different. Okay. So what we'll do is, here we'll make the denominator same. The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So LCM of 2 and 3 equal to 6. Therefore, minus 1 by 2 equal to minus 1 upon 2 into 3 upon 3 equal to minus 3 upon 6. And 1 by 3 equal to 1 upon 3 into 2 upon 2 equal to 2 upon 6. Now, can you get between minus 3, then comes minus 2, then comes minus 1, 0, 1 and then 2 here. So, the denominator is the same. Denominator is the same. So, we will not touch the denominator as we have made it same. But between minus 3 and 2 here, we have only 4 numbers. But we have been asked for 5 numbers. So what we'll do, we'll again multiply this with 2, numerator and denominator. So we can write it as 1 upon 2 or minus 1 upon 2 equal to, twice of this is 6. So minus 2 upon, minus 1 upon 2 into 6 upon 6 equal to minus 6 upon 12, and 1 by 3 equal to 1 by 3 into, here it was 2, so multiply by 2 more, so 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 2, 4, so 4 by 4. What we get? 4 1 the 4 and here 12. Now again the denominator are same. The difference between these we can find out, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, minus 6 to minus 4. Now these will be left because we want between these. So these will be not considered. Now these numbers divide by, what is the denominator here? 12. Divide by 12, 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 divide by 12. Now you can reduce this. For example, here you get minus 1 upon 3 here. Here you get minus 1 upon 4. Here you get minus 1 upon 6. Here you cannot get anything on here. Here 1, 6 and here 1, 4. So how many numbers we have got here in between? Minus, because minus 6 upon 12 is nothing but minus 1 by 2. So in between between, or I will write first the numbers, minus 5 upon 12, comma, minus 1 upon 3, comma, minus 1 upon 4, comma, minus 1 upon 6, comma, minus 1 upon 12, comma, 0, because 0 divided by anything is 0 only, 1 upon 12, comma, 1 upon 6, comma, 1 upon 4. How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers we have found. We need only how much? 5. So out of these 9, you can take any 5 number and write lies between 1 minus 1 by 2 and 1 upon 2. So this will be your final result. Now in here you can cancel this, you can cancel this 4, and you can take one more, cancel this also. You can take these 5 numbers as line between these. Got it clear? So this is the way how we can show that which the numbers lying between two rational numbers. We can show infinite number of rational numbers lying between two rational numbers. Got clear? So don't worry if it is like this. Just go on increasing the denominator as we have multiplied here by 3. Making the denominator same. First part is this, and now in this we get only 4 numbers. So again we have to multiply it by 2. So we will get minus 6 by 12. Minus 6 by 12. And here 4 by 12. 4 by 12. And now we have found 9 numbers in between these two numbers. So out of these 9 you can select any 5 and write there that these 5 numbers lies between minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Got it clear? So this is very very important. These type of numericals are going to come in exam. So get a good practice of these things so that you will be able to solve whatever the numerical is going to come. One more word example we can have. 5 rational number greater than minus 2. You have to find 5 rational numbers. Before that, one more numerical we'll see. How many rational numbers can you find between any two rational numbers? As I said earlier, we can find infinite number of rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Got it clear? So just we have to make the denominator same and go on multiplying by the same number to numerator and denominator. You get the more and more number of rational numbers between those two numbers. Got it clear? So that expansion, it depends. You multiply by 10 lakh numerator and denominator, obviously your range of the rational number lying between those two rational numbers will go on increasing. So here we will take one word example or word problem we can say. Let's go for one of the word problems. Write 5 rational numbers greater than minus 2. Write 5 rational numbers greater than minus 2. Now it is very easy to write. As we know, on the number line, Suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is minus 1 and minus 2. And all the numbers lying in the right hand side of minus 2, these all are greater than 2, greater than minus 2. So, when it is being said write 5 rational numbers greater than minus 2, you can write any positive rational numbers. Any positive rational numbers you can write. For example, say 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 2 by 5, 7 by 10. Anything you can write positive. Anything you can write but positive. Got it clear? Now whatever the denominator and numerator may be, but the condition is only one, all should be positive. Even if I take this as negative, still it lies, because 1 by 2, just don't consider this minus signs. 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, where it lies? It lies between here, so obviously it is greater. Minus 1 by 3, if I divide this in 3 parts, so it will be 1, 2 and 3. So what this will be nothing but 1 by 3 minus. Obviously it lies towards the right of minus 2, so it is greater than 2, minus 2. So this way we can write infinite number of rational numbers which are greater than minus 2. Got it clear? So this is the thing, one of the exercise I have given to you, and I have seen that many of them have left this part, that write 5 rational numbers greater than minus 2 or 5 rational numbers greater less than 2. So in less than 2 it is opposite. Whatever the number you get minus sign, with minus sign, are always less than 2. Even when you write this is less than 2, this is also less than 2, this is also less than 2, because when the numerator is less than the denominator, it is less than 1, and 1 is less than 2 only. So obviously these all numbers are also less than 2. For both the questions, that is write 5 rational numbers greater than minus 2 or less than 2, the answer can be the same. The answer can be the same. Got it clear? So this is the way how we can find out. Just we have to understand according to the number line where the numbers lie, and in between those two numbers we can find out the n number of rational numbers by dividing the number line as per our requirement. Now one thing more, the representation of rational numbers on the number line. This was the very important part. So I will write here representation of rational number on number line. Now first of all, the first requirement is number line. So I will draw a line representing the number line. So this is the number line. In between somewhere I will take 0. Okay. Now let's represent, say, two numbers. I will take one positive and one negative. So first I will take the negative one, minus say 9 by 6. 9 by 6. And second number I will take as positive number. Say let it be 11 upon 3. 11 upon 3. Now what we have to do is we have to take the units a bit bigger, because here in the minus sign we have to divide it in 6 equal parts. So I will take it as bigger one, minus 1, approximately same, minus 2, minus 3, and here 1, 2, 3. I will change this number. So I will take 4. Okay. So that it can be shown on the number line. Now here in this negative number, the denominator is 6. It means that one unit is to be divided in 6 equal parts. So this is 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, I have divided this in 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same way, I will divide the second one also in 6 equal parts. Here also I will divide in 6 equal parts. Okay. I have divided the number line left to 0 in 6 equal parts, because this is minus sign. Minus sign always lies left to the 0. Okay. Now it is 9. So what I will do is I will count that 9. This is my 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these marks represent, or I will give arrow here, these will represent minus 9 upon 6. Minus 9 upon 6. You can see here, as this is divided in 6 parts, so denominator 6 divided in 6 parts, and the ninth part of this. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. 9 completes here. So this will be represented as minus 9 by 6. If I want 13 by minus 13 by 6, I will further count it like minus 9 here, 9, this is 10, 11, 12, 13. So these will be my minus 13 upon 6. What will be these? This is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is minus 17 upon 6. So whatever the numbers are, you can see the unique thing, that is the denominator is 6, because we have divided each unit in 6 equal parts. So obviously whatever the number whose denominator is 6 can be represented in this way by dividing a unit in 6 equal parts. Now we will go for another side. Here it is being 4, denominator is 4. So what I have to do is I have to just divide one unit in 4 equal parts. We have divided in 4 equal parts. Now I have to represent 11 by 4. So starting from 0 or 1, after the first mark after 0, this will be 1 and denominator 4. So this will be 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4, 4 upon 4 is 1, 5 upon 4, 6 upon 4, 7 upon 4, 8 upon 4 is 2. 9 upon 4, 10 upon 4, 11 upon 4. Same way you can show 7 upon 4. How it will be? 11 minus 4 is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 7 upon 4. Again minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. So 4 upon 4. So this will be 4 upon 2. Go further. Add 4 in this. We'll get 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is nothing but 15 upon 4. Now again see here, the denominator everywhere is 4. Why? Because we have divided one unit in 4 equal parts. Here you can have this map. What it will represent? 1, 2 and 3. Minus 3 means 1 upon 4. It's very easy. Once you divide the one unit, how much the denominator is in that much part, you can represent all the numbers having 4 as the denominator. If 5 is denominator, divide each unit in 5 whole parts. So this is the way how we can represent a rational number on a number line scale. And obviously you are going to face these type of question also in your upcoming exam. Okay, so today we end with the revision of rational numbers. Next video we will go for the revision of second lesson. What is that? Yes? Anyone? What is the second lesson? The second lesson is, what is the second lesson? It is linear equation in one variable. Linear equation in one variable. So next video will go for the same revision of linear equation in one variable. Today I am not going to give any exercise to you. Just you can find or go on the net, find the examples based on the rational numbers, try to solve it. If you have any doubt, you can contact me, give that example on WhatsApp, you can send me, I can reply to you. Got it? Best of luck for your studies and exam.